My name is Jude. I'm a junior. The genres I mainly play are folk and rock. So I've been making music probably last like 5 or 6 years. I started like as a freshman in high school. I started like playing guitar. I started writing like instrumentals, like I wrote like guitar instrumentals about a year in, and then after a while I just started like singing and getting more confident with my voice, writing like lyrics and stuff. I guess I started doing that like the last like 3 or 4 years. The way I got into guitar was just like learning songs by other artists. That's like how I just learned to play. Like I didn't have a teacher or anything, so I would just like learn how to play a song, and that's just kind of how I learned to play. I kind of just write about like whatever I'm feeling at the time, like if it's an event or an emotion. I just like try to capture that, and so yeah, I'd say the only thing that like stops me from writing is if like there's nothing going on in my life. It's like impossible for me to like not be honest. I feel like even if I like don't want to like say something, it will come out if I'm like trying to write a song. I'm trying to write truthfully.
The whole world is falling down. You're not here to pick up the pieces.
One big opportunity that the school gives me is like right here. I played concerts here, and it's just a really great community. It's great that they have this and you don't have to pay for it. As a freshman, I went to a lot of Meridian shows, and I wanted to get involved, but I like was afraid to like play live, and then I did like an open mic at the beginning of sophomore year, and I was like, this is really fun. I want to do more shows and just like play music for people, and yeah, from then on out I just like signed up for stuff. I've done like open mics and just concerts, and hopefully I'm trying to play with this whole band like very soon, so that will be fun.
My name is Rowan Hine. I'm one of the current events managers here at the Meridian. The Meridian was founded as an alternative to Greek life. So it started out in 1992 as Zarathustra's, which is like a name taken from a Nietzsche book about like people creating their own community when the government's not going to do it for us and stuff like that. And then it was in 1995 that it kind of like transitioned into more of a coffee shop and took over the name Meridian, which is taken from an Alice Walker novel called Meridian. Yeah, and it's kind of just a place for students to like express themselves musically, art-wise. You can come in and have a shift and do whatever you please. So it's kind of just like an open, expressive place for students on campus. The Meridian is a substance-free space. That's one of the ways that the school gave us funding. And we're also considered a safer space, which means that our staff get trained by SYK, which is a sexual harassment prevention program through the school. And we make sure that everyone of any minority or anything feels welcome here. I think the most famous band I can think of that has roots at the Meridian is Car Seat Headrest. So Will Toledo, like the main member of that, played shows here, and he was also really involved with the student radio. And yeah, he first started doing shows at the Meridian, and a little fun fact is that our floors are a little broken, and like the big Meridian rumor is that Will Toledo, during his last show here, like told the audience to go crazy. And so that's why our floors are all wobbly and very fragile. I think my favorite part about the Meridian is that it's very open-ended. Even though like we have shows on Fridays and it's kind of music-based, it's really like whatever you want to do, this is a space where you can come and express yourself, and all types of people can come. I think it's just a very open space for people to feel safe in. I think the Meridian is unique because I can't think of anywhere else on campus where, first of all, like that has the environment of a home, which I think is really important for students to have like once they come to a new environment like college. It's a place where it's open 24/7, so you can come in if you like need to pee and you're walking home, or if you need to crash on the couch or just like take a nap in between classes. Like it's just a very welcoming space. Next year is our 30th anniversary, so we have a big show planned. It'll hopefully have a lot of alumni bands coming back. So that's kind of the big thing in the works right now. But besides that, I think changes really just happen like over time when staffs roll over and people have like different visions for the space, which is also a thing that makes it so great, since you can just like, each general manager, who is basically like the operator of the Meridian, is just a student who can kind of like craft the Meridian to what their like passions and goals are.
Find a new singer. You guys, well, I mean, like, yeah, just get, you know, 10 singers. I thought Jay said that, right? I don't think so. They didn't know by today. Well, yeah. Check the group chat. Maybe Sam, Bevan, call Jay. Horses. Do it without me. You gotta check.
Hi, I'm Jaya Panya.
My name is Sam.
I'm Weston Moyo.
I'm Sam Bevan.
Jack Rizzo.
I'm a junior.
Junior.
Senior.
Junior.
Senior here at William&Mary.
And I am a guitarist. I play rhythm and lead.
I play the bass.
I am a lead guitarist.
I play drums for the band.
And I'm the singer of Halcyon Lane. I joined the band last year, and they've been around since their freshman year, and they're all seniors. So I joined when I was a sophomore.
I came to William&Mary in, I guess, 2021, and I always knew when I came to college I wanted to start a band. That was just something I was super passionate about.
I came to William&Mary not knowing a lot of people. I got put in touch with Jack.
And yeah, it basically happened where I would just take my guitar, go out into Sunken Gardens, play music, and I would just slowly interact with people who like would stop by and play guitar. You know, our dear friend Sam Bevan.
I'm from out of state. I'm from South Florida, and I didn't know a lot of people here. We met up, longboarded the first night we met through campus, and both played guitar, loved guitar. We were sending each other guitar videos before we met.
Went to Meridian and started hand selecting people I wanted to be in the group, and we just kind of just built the band from there.
It was a really good moment to start something with someone so talented, and then kind of root out different places to find people, and ultimately get this thing going. Started in the Meridian, really.
I joined the band my freshman year. I talked to my OAs about music and how I play the drums, and the other guys in the band just happened to need a drummer going into the spring semester. So we met at a party and talked a little bit. You know, we had a good first interaction, and then we started texting, and then I eventually tried out, and apparently I was good enough to join. So
when I came, their bassist had just left. This is the fall of 2022. So my friend knew that they were looking for a bassist and kind of connected us, and it took off from there.
Halcyon Lane's music, I think it's definitely changed over time.
It's pretty eclectic.
we've changed a lot. We used to play a bunch of old classic rock hits and stuff like that.
When I started freshman year, we were super, blues rock and kind of more jam band oriented, and honestly just wrote a lot of originals. But throughout the time, and we had some turnover, we then turned more into surf rock, indie rock group my sophomore and junior year. And then we kind of turned more into pop and funk.
We've been opening up our horizons a lot recently with disco music, some pop favorites from our childhood, which has been an absolute blast to play. So it's been a diversifying thing over the years. It's molded into something really cool in my opinion.
One thing I've learned, sometimes to create the best product and to do your own personal best is more about understatement, especially as the bass. You're there to compliment people. And so just showing off your chops and doing as much as you can sometimes actually detracts from the overall song, whereas just not necessarily playing your part, but looking to compliment others.
A huge part of it from a managerial side is just kind of how to organize and manage people, dealing with just diverse perspectives and backgrounds. And I feel that's kind of strengthened a lot of those skills. I've also realized how stressful it can be at points too to really coordinate and organize a lot of individuals as well. But also I learned how much I really love it and how much I throughout all of the ups and downs, it's been really phenomenal.
William&Mary has absolutely been the catalyst for my continued journey. I could have seen myself putting this down, coming to college without there being such a revitalizing scene here.
I've never been in a band before. I've always been in kind of group ensembles.
From my personal experience, but I will say the thing that really has shaped my, how William&Mary has shaped it has just been the people. I mean, talking with everybody and anybody I can about music and just jamming with people from all, walks of life.
There are so many amazing bands on this campus, and there's such a ethic of encouragement around here for music, and it's so wonderful to see the kind of bands that come out, and I never would have been exposed to any of this.
This is my first time as like the lead singer of a band, which has been just super freeing in terms of confidence, in terms of just showcasing my musicality, which I'm really grateful for.
My relationship with Meridian has been a long one.
I believe the first show Halcyon Lane ever played was at the Meridian.
I lived in Brown Hall my freshman year, which was just right down the road from Meridian. So I remember freshman year going there and really just building my band. I mean, it was just such a cool space.
Our relationship's a little complicated.
It's interesting though, because I know some other dear friends who had bands in the Meridian and they were blacklisted for unjust reasons, so I couldn't really get behind that. And then the venue itself is quite peculiar because, when someone's listening to music, they definitely want to be feeling it, maybe jump, dance, just express themselves. And the Meridian that house is old, so you physically cannot jump up and down.
The former bassist of Halcyon Lane was in charge of the Meridian, there was some personal tension between him and some members.
I love the Meridian. It is a truly special place. It stimulated us early, what was the single success of why we're here.
Out of all things that william&mary has, that's probably one of the best places for new musicians to start out.
Every time we walk in there, we set up and then I make sure to turn on the little fairy lights. I turn all the lights off and then we kind of just sit there and practice. It's really cute, super band-esque. I sent a picture of it to my parents and they're like, whoa, this is a real college band.
Having the ability to have a reliable place that's run really nicely with a good schedule, with some great people, has dramatically influenced our ability to play music here.
Always a really good place to perform, practice, and for people to kind of meet other people who are into music in the community.
So my plans for Halcyon Lane, as of right now, is, I think we just want to keep having a great time, keep making great music.
We're trying to continue to find more gigs around here and elsewhere.
We just had our first outside gig outside of william&mary, and that was so much fun. It was such a new experience.
We were up in DC and Arlington performing for a bunch of family friends and friends.
For us, going forward, we're trying to figure out where we're going to end up after college, really. I think that's the main thing that we're thinking of, and how we can weave that in. I know some of us are going to DC, some of us may not be.
Something I kind of realized is I really do enjoy songwriting, and being a revolving door band to an extent, it's been hard to retain a lot of our originals. But this is a really solid group of people we have.
So moving forward, it'll just be wherever we're all at together.
So my name's Ayala Albert. I'm a sophomore. The instruments I play bass, and then I played violin for about 6 years in elementary school through early high school, and then I ended up quitting because of COVID, and I picked up bass because I wanted to be in a band. I've been making music since freshman year. It was right before COVID hit, and I started messing around with GarageBand on my computer. I started making tracks kind of independently, and ended up releasing some stuff solo. I started in the band probably beginning of junior year, and then I've continued throughout college. Most of the music that I listen to is stuff I'd want to make. It's a lot of kind of 90s, 2000s rock. And then there's also a lot of EDM that I really like. A lot of Japanese music influence, but here it's kind of more like Paramore, emo. That's where I started. I started in punk in high school, so. I mean, I guess it was COVID really that kind of gave me the free time to kind of really be creative and look into what I wanted to make. Other than that, it was actually the election recently that got me a little mad. I made a very angry EP. You really learn a lot about how you operate creatively. It's definitely hard to balance time between schoolwork and your responsibilities and then making music, but I feel like you learn a lot about your priorities, what I choose to do. Most of the weekends I'm not here because I have shows in Richmond, but I've ended up choosing that over most of the other things in my life. It's very much a priority, so you really learn about what you care about, and if you love it enough, it it just kind of comes natural. I played at the Meridian last year, and that was awesome. Skate Club actually had me play with them twice. It's a great crowd. I feel like even though the music scene here it's not like the most like prevalent thing, there are people here who really enjoy the music and who want to make that happen. There was also we played L-Dog last year at the Amp. You know, there's plenty of opportunities. I just haven't played here in a while. I played at the Meridian last year without the band. I hadn't met them yet. It was awesome. I mean, the people there are great. I feel like it's super flexible with booking because there aren't too many bands in the area. I feel like everyone who's there is really there for it. So yeah, that was just a great experience. I hope to get in touch with them again soon. When I look back on my time at William and Mary, I think I'll remember the earliest shows most fondly, those first few gigs that I did. Definitely those skate club shows. We're trying to play again soon. I think it was really the first couple of shows that I played here, I was still trying to get my footing. I don't know, people were just so receptive and they really liked it, they remembered me, that was awesome. Yeah, definitely those first few shows, hoping to get some more.